Welcome back to Chamber Chat. I'm Jeff Karr, founding member of the Veteran Discount Guide and also Camdenton Area Chamber of Commerce board member. Alongside us, our fearless leader, K.C. Cloke. Good to have you back, K.C. We're excited about another edition of Chamber Chat. How's the summer going?
It's going great. Can you believe we're already on episode 7?
Wow.
And and,
Wow.
and we still have viewers, so this is great.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up, and then we'll kick you out and check in with our first guest.
That sounds great. Yeah, no, we're really excited. August is the time of summer's ending. You and I mentioned before, some parents are freaking out, some are celebrating, depending on how you look at it. But we've got a lot of changes happening in our community, most particularly with the Camdenton School District, which we serve in our territory of the Camdenton Area Chamber. And so really excited to be welcoming Dr. Brett Thompson with the Camdenton R-III. He's our new superintendent. He's going to highlight some of our new administration and talk about some goals for the year. And then what better fitting partner or sponsor for this month's podcast than to be welcoming Central Ozarks Medical Center, COMC. They're a huge partner, not only with the community and directly with the school district for our youth, but also their involvement with the Camdenton Area Chamber of Commerce. So really excited to have those two on the call today. And I'll let you take it from there, and you can hear all the chamber updates at the end of this podcast.
Look forward to it, Casey. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to introduce our guests today, the brand new superintendent, Camdenton R-III School District. Dr. Thompson is going to be joining us, Dr. Brett Thompson. Hey, welcome. And I understand this is your first podcast. I don't think this will be your last. I got a feeling this is going to be something that's really going to catch on, this whole podcast craze.
Now, that could be, but oddly enough, it is my very first podcast.
Well, let's kick things off and talk a little bit about your background and how the superintendent role became available to you, and just a little bit about yourself for those folks that don't know your story.
Absolutely. Well, first, I'll say that I am just incredibly humbled and honored to be able to serve as superintendent at Camdenton. I've been in Camdenton School District for quite some time. I'm entering my 17th year. The previous 16, I served as a high school principal here at Camdenton, which has just been an honor and a great privilege to serve in that capacity. And like I said, my family moved here 17 years ago to take that position, and my wife Tabitha and I have been married 27 years. She is the director at State Fair Community College in Osage Beach, so family of educators, you might say. And we have 2 sons, both Laker graduates. Dylan, our oldest, was a 2019 graduate, and he actually is married to another Camdenton graduate, and they've been married about 2.5 years. And then just last month, actually, they had their first child. So I became a grandparent about 5.5, 6 weeks ago. So that's exciting on a personal note. And then our youngest, Logan, he is a 2022 graduate from Camdenton, and he's actually studying missions and traveling a little bit. And he just got back from Florida with some mission training, and then he'll be gearing up to go back to Montana, where he's been previously, for some additional training in Montana later this fall. So just extremely fortunate to be part of this community and have both of our boys grow up in this community and certainly in this school district. So just excited to continue serving our community.
Well, I appreciate you letting a School the OSA graduate interview you the first time for the podcast. I
Well,
appreciate that.
you bet. No problem at all.
Well, let's talk about some of the recent changes in the district administration. Walk us through the leadership team that'll be welcoming the faculty and students this coming year, which is right around the corner. Let's talk a little bit about changes.
It is. It's right around the corner, like you said. And you mentioned earlier how this position came available. Obviously, Sean Kirksey retiring superintendent here, and one of his assistants, Mark Piper, also retired. And Dr. Jason Price, who you mentioned, School of the Osage, is going to be superintendent at School of the Osage this coming year. So with that, the opportunity for a lot of change here. And so, like you said, I'll be serving as superintendent. And then we have Mr. Todd Shockley, who retired from our district a couple years ago, but we've got him coming back, and he's going to serve as an assistant superintendent for human resources. And so he'll be working primarily with personnel. So we're excited to have Todd Shockley back here, and Dr. Keith White. He'll be our assistant superintendent with finance and operations. And Dr. White has been a superintendent at Diamond down in the southwest part of the state for the past several years, and he's joining us as part of our leadership team too. And I don't know if you want me to go into the building level administration, but we've got a lot of new faces at the building levels as well.
Well, it's exciting when you get a new team, new energy, things like that, and you get just a real excitement with the school year. I want to use a word that you tell me if it's the right word. What's your vision for the district and some of the key priorities that you have for what's coming up in the new school year? You're sort of new to some of our people. This is your way to introduce what you're excited about. What are some of the things that you see as the priorities for the Camdenton school districts?
No, you're right. Vision is the right word. And first and foremost, we want, and I feel like we have this here. And so very fortunate to have a great deal of community support here. But really the vision for our school, we're the hub of a community. And we want to make sure that our school district and each school within our school district maintains that vision of excellence for student achievement, but also for building positive relationships with our kids and staff and one another, and making sure that our school district is one that our community is going to take great pride, be able to support wholeheartedly, and know that we're doing the very best we can to take care of their kids and prepare them for what's next, whether that be preparing them for the next grade level, or in the event of graduation, when they graduate from here, we want to make sure they're prepared for the next step there too, both not only just academically, but making sure that they have the skills and the traits and the work ethic that they need to be successful beyond high school. So really just a vision for positive relationships, positive climate and culture, and of course, academic success and preparedness for our students.
Well, I know that the Camdenton Lakers sports is a huge part of what's going on in our community. We love the education part of it, but the face of it sometimes is the sports. Can we talk a little bit about that? Is that something that you're going to be involved in or oversee? How does that work as far as the superintendent goes?
Well, definitely involved to the point of supporting it, and I think it probably should go without saying, but I'll say it anyway. Our extracurricular activities, both athletics and fine arts and clubs and all of those things, they are such a draw for kids in school. And quite often, a lot of times, that's what draws our students to school. And so those are extremely important in terms of drawing kids to school and them wanting to be part of a school and taking great pride in their school. And so 100% we support those activities and athletics, and you're right, sometimes those are the face of our school, but I can tell you this, that's also what really can cause a community to have great pride in their school and support the school through those activities. And we want to make sure we're representing ourselves well. But yeah, I'm competitive by nature, and I think a lot of us are, and we want to be the best, whether it's on the field or in the classroom or whatnot. We want to be the best, and certainly going to continue supporting those efforts to do that.
Well, is there any goals? Is there any thing that you're trying to hit? Any thing at the end of the school year you want to say we've accomplished that? Are there ticking boxes that you want to see before the end of this next year?
Great question. I can tell you on the outset, one, I want to settle in, and I want to make sure that we as a new administrative team, we're working to build positive relationships with all faculty and staff and students and community across our district. I think being visible, being a presence in our buildings is going to help us to gain an understanding. I can tell you I'm not one that wants to jump in and make a great deal of change just for the sake of making change. We have a solid foundation here for educational excellence, and my goal is to continue that. And I can tell you with Mr. Shockley and Dr. White, just in the brief time we've been able to work together already, they share that vision that we want to make sure that we're actively listening to make sure that we're hearing what people need so we can support them. In terms of goals, yes, we want to make sure that we're meeting the needs of our faculty and staff and students by supporting them. And of course, academically, we want to make sure that we're continuing to meet the targets set forth by the state of Missouri in terms of our performance and the ways that they assess our performance. And right now, I can tell you that the past few years, we've made some great gains in those areas with our annual performance report And so that's a goal. We want to continue to do that. We want to continue to be in the top of our conference. And quite frankly, I would like for us to be a top performer in the state of Missouri, both academically, athletically, and fine arts, all of it. And like I said earlier, I'm pretty competitive, and I take a lot of pride in what we do here. And this is such a wonderful place to work and to raise kids, and just want to make sure that we're maintaining that.
Is it an open door policy as far as you go with the parents and the community and things like that? I want to get you out of here on that note for those folks that would like to, welcome you, make suggestions, things like that. Talk to us a little bit about that relationship with parents and businesses and the community at large.
You bet. And I can rely a little bit on the previous 16 years as high school principal, and I would hope, again, maybe not every time, but I would certainly hope that the vast majority of folks would tell you that I'm an open door type of person, that I want to hear from people and I want to hear the concerns, so we can do better, and we can address those concerns and answer questions that you may have. And that doesn't mean that at the end of the day, everyone always agrees, but I think being able to have meaningful conversations and explain different perspectives and listen to different perspectives only makes us better. And I certainly have an open door policy with students, staff, parents, community. And I do really look forward in this position, which some of that would be the case as a high school principal, but certainly in this position, I look forward to building those relationships with even a wider array of our community members and business folks who do such a wonderful job supporting our district. So really looking forward to that too.
Fantastic. Dr. Brett Thompson, Camdenton R-III School District Superintendent and podcaster, ladies and gentlemen. He's now officially, you can call him. He'd be happy to do anybody's podcast since he's got this one under his belt. We appreciate your leadership, your commitment to our students, the relationship between the Camdenton School District and businesses, parents, and our community at large is hugely important. You got a big job ahead of you. It sounds like you're excited about what's coming up for the next year, and we appreciate you joining us here on Chamber Chat.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity.
All right, we're shifting our focus now to student well-being outside the classroom. Up now, we're joined by our podcast sponsor, Central Ozarks Medical Center. Excited to welcome CEO Kelly Miller to highlight COMC's continued commitment to supporting the health and safety of our students and family. Kelly, your first time doing a podcast. We're excited that you joined us here on Chamber Chat, and thanks for sponsoring today's show. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me. Dr. Thompson led the way with his first. I hope I can do as great, and would just love to take the opportunity to welcome him and the new and returning administration. We're super excited to continue working with them.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy year. Let's talk a little bit about Central Ozarks Medical Center. Let's talk a little bit about your mission statement,
Sure.
what's going on with the healthcare in this community right now, and how you are making people healthier and hopefully a little wiser when it comes to health too.
Absolutely. We're trying. So, yeah, as part of our mission, which is leading the way to healthier communities by reducing barriers and ensuring access for all, I think it goes hand in hand with what we do with the community and the Camdenton School District inside the school and outside of the school walls. For the health center, we have partnered with Camdenton School District directly since 2017, I think, providing behavioral health services in the school district. Again, that's reducing barriers for those kiddos and parents that need some access. But, parents have to work, and it's not always convenient for them to miss work during the day. And so we like to be there when it's convenient for the kiddos and the parents. But then outside of those working hours and during normal hours, we have our beautiful facility in Camdenton, which just finished expansion. We have the new dental urgent care. We have a mobile dental unit that provides care to the school district. We have a mobile medical unit that provides care across the communities. So just, again, really trying to live the mission and get the healthcare, medical, dental, behavioral health throughout the communities, whether it's at the school, the clinic, or wherever else you might see us pop up.
Well, being a part of the community and getting the word out about COMC's mission is it's half the job right there. You got to let people know what's going on. And I understand you've got an event coming up very soon called KidPalooza. And
KidPalooza.
for somebody who was involved in the first Aquapalooza, I've been a Palooza fan for many, many years, my friend. And it sounds like a great event. Why don't we talk a little bit about that, the who, what, where, when, and how people can get involved?
Absolutely. So, National Health Center Week is actually August 5th through the 9th. So, COMC is one of 1,400 health centers across the United States. And we kind of all determine the first week of August is going to be when we celebrate all the things we do. So, we have activities all week for the community, the patients, and it gives us an opportunity to not only recognize the communities, but also our amazing staff and our board of directors and community partners that make it all possible. And then we love to end the week on that Saturday. So this year it'll be August 9th at our Camdenton location with, like you said, KidPalooza. So this year it is back to school focused. I think they've determined it's back to school style. And so we will just really be focusing on getting kiddos ready for school, whether it's with school supplies, different services that are going to be needed. And we have a ton of community support, sponsors, vendors, Medicaid, managed care organizations will be there providing resources for community members. I believe the Camdenton School District is going to have a booth. Our pediatricians will be there, our dental team. You never know who's going to show up. There's usually free food, bounce houses. The fire trucks come. Last year we had a dunking booth, which was fabulous. So just a fun community day to bring out the family, get some free resources, school supplies. It will be from 11 to 2, again, on Saturday, August 9th at our newly expanded Camdenton location, right across from Ferris's Market, if people aren't familiar with where it's at.
Sure. That sounds like a great way to sort of introduce some new people from Camdenton into COMC's mission. And for those folks that want to find out more online, web presence, that kind of thing, why don't you tell the folks how they can find out more about what you do for our community here in Camdenton?
Absolutely. So website is centralozarks.org. And then, of course, you can follow us on Facebook. That's where most of the up-to-date information is. But we would love to see you on both. And we're here to take care of the community anytime you need us.
Wow, exciting stuff. We're excited about KidPalooza coming up on August 9th, and your involvement in the community is making us all just a little bit more healthy and getting the word out about COMC's mission. Pretty exciting stuff. It sounds to me like you've got a hard job, but boy, you just really reap those benefits when you see people healthier around the Camdenton area. Very cool stuff. We appreciate you sponsoring today, too.
Thank you so much.
Thanks again to Kelly Miller, CEO of Central Ozarks Medical Center, our sponsor for Chamber Chat. Well done, by the way. Nobody knows this, but KC is our procurer of talent and bringing in our sponsors and our guests. And well done. And I love to see the relationship between our businesses and our sponsors and the Camdenton Chamber. It's really, really flowing well. And we're excited to work with these folks hand in hand.
Yes, no, I agree, and thank you for that. I was excited for this particular episode. You know, the Camdenton Chamber works so much behind the scenes with our school district, with our educators. We've put a lot of focus on workforce development initiatives, and so I can't tell you how many different advisory councils I sit on, whether it be for the LCTC or even the elementary school, the middle school, the business class at the high school level. There's just a lot of great input that we at the Chamber are able to provide to our educators to keep that business sector of our community represented within the school district, for maybe it's job creation or curriculum overview, making sure that, what they're teaching is still relevant to the future workforce and getting those businesses, our local businesses, connected with the school district directly on internships, mentorships. So there's a lot, behind the scenes that a lot of people aren't they don't realize, how involved we get. But, we are a connector. I mean, that is one of the main points the benefits that we provide to our members and to our communities. We connect a lot of dots. And so I really do thoroughly enjoy workforce development. It's something I'm very passionate about. From both the chamber level, but even more broad regionally, even through my involvement with LORDEC, the Regional Economic Development Council. So I was really, really pleased to be able to welcome Dr. Brett Thompson. And then, of course, COMC, what better sponsor to have during this segment? They do so much for our youth at the school district, whether it's their dental mobile units, their eye vision unit as well, and just a lot, even the mental health side. And COMC goes well above even the healthcare side of it. They are truly invested in the community. And even from the chamber's perspective, they have staff that sit on various committees of ours. We even have a board of directors member from COMC, so they're represented from the board level, kind of giving us that healthcare broad spectrum of the community, keeping us updated on those things. So it's just so great to have those types of community stakeholders sitting at the table among the rest of our board, the rest of our organization, truly community leaders hard at work. And it's just so great to be able to have that relationship.
Well, speaking of hard work, August is another busy month for the Camdenton Area Chamber of Commerce. Let's talk a little bit about upcoming events.
Yeah. So August and even September and not so much October. I'm not sure why, but then November. I mean, we really have got a lot of activities that are on the forefront. Some of them we're still working out the logistics on, the exact date, time, location, but those logistics will be shared very soon to our members. And, we do share all of our events on our Facebook page. So if you're not already following us or liking us, make sure you do that. It's the best way to stay up to date on all of those various activities. But we also do a weekly email that goes out every Thursday. If you're not already subscribed to that, you can sign up on our website, camdentonchamber.com. There's a large purple button, top right-hand corner. It says sign up here. And that'll get you those emails that highlight all those different chamber activities, networking functions. But really, yeah, lots of networking happening this summer still to come. We've got our third quarter business after business networking social that's going to be taking place at the Lowlander Gastropub. That's one of our newer members, newer establishments here at the lake. They're located in downtown Lynn Creek, so encourage you to join us 5 to 7. They're going to have lots of, there'll be appetizers, cash bar, and lots of business peers to network with. You don't have to be a chamber member to attend. You can be, as long as you're a business community member, come on out. Lots of great networking to be had at this event. Something else that we are rolling out is brand new. That's going to be coming out in September. So definitely stay tuned for this. But, when back almost a year ago, we did a survey to our members to identify what was important to them. And continuing education was one of the top points. And so we are rolling out a professional development luncheon that's going to be held in September. Still working out all those logistics. I have even an ideal presenter in mind. And so we're right in the conversation of finding the right date for that. But stay tuned on that. It's definitely going to be an event you don't want to miss. Then in September, also something we rolled out new last year was our Coming to Camdenton quarterly business meeting. Our next one will be on the schedule is on the schedule for September 11th at Laclede Electric Camdenton branch location from 3:00 until 4:30 p.m. And anyone is invited to attend. It's a great opportunity for local businesses to hear from our community leaders. We normally have our state representative, our county commission is present. Our MoDOT representative, our regional representative is usually in attendance as well. Our school districts are there, usually attended by the superintendent. So we're really excited to welcome Dr. Thompson for that event too. City representation. So you name it, there's so many things happening, not only within Camdenton, but regionally. And it's great to be able to hear from these leaders to give us a heads up, especially, for the business sector. And so we can plan accordingly and kind of know what's going on. We take calls all the time at the chamber, like is the moment dirt starts moving or a tree gets taken down, they're calling us to ask what's coming. And so this is a great opportunity for our business community members. You don't have to be a chamber member for this event either. Come on out. We'd love to have you. And again, it's free to attend, no reservations needed. Just show up on Thursday, September 11th at 3:00 at the Laclede Electric office. What else are we working on? We've got our annual membership meeting and banquet that's going to be happening in November. More details of that will be rolled out, but that's a really great event. As soon as we start publicizing that, I encourage you to mark your calendar. We not only will award our business leader of the year at this event, we'll be introducing our new board of directors, incoming officers. And so even leading up to the planning of this event, we will be recruiting for board members. So if that's something maybe you've had interest in, you can visit our website, camdenchamber.com. We have a dedicated page that outlines our current board of directors. Maybe check out who is on our board, and maybe there's a familiar face. I encourage you to reach out to them directly, learn about their involvement with the chamber at serving as a board member, get their take on, are they like it? Are they waiting for their term to expire? Hopefully not. But certainly we do have some terms that are expiring, are not up for renewal. So we will have some new incoming board members coming this fall. And if you're interested, reach out to me directly. We'll get you in the right hands of our nominations committee. And lots of activities still happening. Jeff, you're not one of those board members, right? You're not like, oh gosh.
No, I hope people
There was a
contact
thought.
me. I hope people contact me. I am one of those people who started a business about 2 years ago and jumped right into not only the chamber, but being a board member and volunteer and your leads group, which we don't even get to here. It's good for business. It's good for the social aspect. And we're excited. We do have a really strong list of candidates for the next set of board members that's going to join. But we're always looking for people that are interested in supporting their community and also helping out their own business or charity, that kind of thing. So we're excited about the list of people that are involved. It is really a good group of people, and no, I'm excited about the next 2 years because I still have 2+ years left on the board, and it's been fantastic for my business and just to be involved. So I appreciate you voluntolding me to get involved with this event.
You're not the
in
only
this-
one. It's okay, Jeff.
I
Don't
know.
feel bad. You're not the only one.
I know. So check out the weekly newsletter, follow us on Facebook, all those kind of things. Thanks again for this month's Camdenton Area Chamber Chat podcast sponsor. That's Central Ozarks Medical Center. Thank you to Kelly Miller for joining us. Special thanks to Dr. Brett Thompson for joining us today, talking about the school year, our new superintendent. Both of them new to the podcast game, but boy, really did well. And we're excited about what's coming up in September. I know you got another great group of people that's going to join us. So check it out. Be a part of the chamber and give us 20 minutes and we'll tell you what's going on in that month of what's happening around the Camdenton Area Chamber of Commerce in our area. Check out CamdentonChamber.com. Follow us on Facebook again. And until next time, take care.